I was born in South Carolina, moved here when I was 5 to the SWATs. From
Atlanta.
there, yeah, Atlanta. Camden Road, the Low Drive area. From there, man, I just spread it out throughout the city, man. South side, east side, that's where I reside. You know, raised that.
And
Yeah,
still reside in Atlanta.
pretty much.
What was
Say
the
that.
what was the reason for the move
What move?
from South Carolina to Atlanta?
You gotta ask my mom about that. You know what I mean? I don't really know. I was like 5 or 6.
Very young.
You know what I mean? So I guess she seen like, I don't know. I guess she seen like what the future holds for Atlanta, man. I really don't know, because the part I'm from Gaffney, South Carolina. It's a real small town, so it's not really too much opportunity for really nothing if you don't play sports. You know what I mean? So I guess she seen a greater opportunity in where the city was heading, and she just made that move. Salute Mom Dukes for that.
How far is Gaffney from Charleston, South Carolina?
Charleston, I'm not really sure. I'll probably say about 25, 30 minutes.
Myrtle Beach?
Myrtle Beach, probably about a couple hours.
Charlotte, North Carolina?
Charlotte, 30 minutes. Shout out my boy Ian. Yeah.
Atlanta? How far?
Atlanta, what, 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay.
Yup.
Do you still have family in Gaffney?
Yup.
How often do you go back?
My mom just went back this past weekend. I ain't been since, I don't even know. It was about a couple months ago, though.
Okay.
I was down there.
But how often do you go back? Once a year?
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Ain't no time limit. Ain't no stamp. I can't even. Don't have me lying.
Now, what was it like for you growing up in Gaffney and Atlanta? Can you
Bro,
paint
I
the
can't
picture
even
for us?
remember, bro. Like, I was so young. All I remember is preschool.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Preschool. Take naps. Eat a snack. You know, simple shit.
Okay.
And then from there, we hit the road. And it's crazy because, like, my first day on the road, I was introduced to rap. And it's crazy how that happened. Like, it just happened, man. Like, we hit the road, song played, I fell in love with it, and it was history since then. I'll talk to you about that song later if you have any questions about it.
Oh, okay. Now, when it came to Atlanta, though, what was it like growing up in Atlanta?
Atlanta was crazy, man. It's all about what you want out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on the streets, that's here. You on the industry, that's here. Whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta is the land of opportunity. But growing up for me, it was good and bad. You know what I mean? Like, we had shootouts, we had evictions, but on the plus side, we also had the fun things. Like, we actually had a childhood. I had friends that I grew up to be loyal to, and I mean, Atlanta is whatever you make it, man. You know, you can get the good or the bad. It's all about you. You know what I mean? But for me, I was focused on my music and getting further in life, and you know what I mean? Still on that route. Ain't made it yet, but we coming. ETS the label.
Financially, how did you grow up?
Financially, it was rough, man. It was crazy. It was times where it was good. It was times where it was extremely bad. I'm talking about coming home to eviction notices. You know what I mean? Mom Dukes not able to fulfill these eviction notices and the wants of the companies or the residents or wherever we, you know what I'm saying, wherever we take place at or reside at. So it was crazy, man, but it wasn't all bad until I got older. When I got older, that's when shit started to go downhill. But when I was young, it was good. It was good, man.
How old were you when things started turning downhill?
Probably about 15, 16, it really started to hit. Because she had a real good job when I was like during middle school. When I hit like middle, 9th grade, 10th grade, she lost that job because they moved to a different part of the city, and she didn't want to, make that move with them. But if she did, that would have been a plus for us because we would have been up. I would have been exposed into a whole nother different side of life, a whole different perspective, and I just feel like she should have made that move, man. It would have been better, you know what I'm saying? And we would have prospered from it. And never know, man. Never know sometimes.
You regret that decision. Does she regret that?
I don't know. I ain't never asked her. I ain't never asked her, but I don't think she do. I don't think she really looked back on it too much, you know what I mean? But shout out to Mom Deuce, man. She did all she could, man. I ain't even gonna flex. Like, for me, my partners, my brothers, homies, like, everybody, man. You know what I mean? She made sure she took care of all of us.
You mentioned your mom in this interview. What happened to Dad?
What happened to him? What happened to him, Smallz? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
How old were you when your parents separated?
Man, I was probably about, 2, 3? I don't even know, bro. Like, that, I mean, he'll be in, he'll come, I see him, he'll be gone. And then after, like, I say, like, middle school, when I started, really start getting involved into the wrong things, I really kind of, like, was like, fuck that nigga, bro. Like, I'm self-made. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, figure this shit out on my own. And that's what I did, bro. And I'm still here. I survived through everything. You know what I mean? So, hey, what is a father?
So at this point of your life, I'm guessing not on good terms with him.
I mean, I ain't gonna really say bad term. I'm gonna just say we just don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I extended my hand so many times, bro, to the point where I'm like, bro, I'm done. Like, I'm not finna keep reaching out. Bro, you supposed to be the bigger man. You my dad. You feel me? You supposed to be the bigger man. So, bro, I'm not finna keep reaching out to you. And then on top of that, he do construction. So, he came to the city. He had a job. And he was here for like 2 years, man. When he first came, you know what I'm saying? We was chopping it up. Everything was cool. Everything was coping steady. We was supposed to be linking up, doing all this and that. It was supposed to be like a Thursday. He said he was off work. So I called him. He didn't pick up. I texted him. He texted me back like, yeah, man, we can get up tomorrow, man. I was like, man, bro, fuck it, bro. I don't even, you know what I mean? I left it at that. And ever since then, I ain't heard from him. I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't put too much thought into it. Yeah.
When you say F it, you say this to yourself or you say this in communication
I just
with
say it.
him?
I'd be like, fuck it. I don't even care no more, bro. Do what you do. I'm a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? So that's what I said with him.
You did mention your brother. You mentioned partners. Was there another male figure in your life?
My older brother. Yeah. Older bro, he gave me the sauce, he gave me the swag. You know what I'm saying? He showed me the ropes. And other than that, I just learned from my friends and, the environment I was in, you reap what you sow, how they go. So.
How big was gang activity in Atlanta when you were growing up?
It depends. The gang activity is funny, man, A lot of these boys was GDs and Crips, and now they Bloods, but hey, man, I ain't get involved, I solo mob. Because it was just too confusing for me. Smallz, like, it was some cats in middle school, they GD and Crip. Not everybody, of course, they're Bloods, man. Shout out to, everybody doing what they doing. But me, I didn't get involved with it because it was too confusing, man. Like, that whole situation with it wasn't really gangs. We had like 2 cliques on the side of town where I'm from called Black Mob and the Fam. A lot of folks don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks do. RP Boochie and Warren. So we had the Black Mob and the Fam era going on. So I took it as like Black Mob was kind of like GDs and Crips and the Fam was kind of like the Bloods. But hey, I'm just outside and looking in. I ain't know too much. I had some big homies. Shout out to all them boys. So, I mean, gang culture, it's funny in Atlanta, man. I don't know. I don't know much.
So you didn't join a gang.
Hell nah.
But you did get into some sort of street activity at one point.
Yeah.
How young did that start? I remember you saying in this interview around middle school is when you took a turn.
Right. I went to Columbia Middle, as y'all know. That's the middle school where Gucci Man and the whole situation went down. So I went to Columbia Middle School, man, and there was a lot of street influence, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of street influence growing up, man. And it was like easy to get involved and get adapted to it because that's what the girls like. That's what you seen as success. You know what I'm saying? All the big bros, they had money and nice cars and nice clothes and things like that. So it was easy to fall under that trap, you know what I'm saying? But it started early, man. It started early, like sixth grade, middle school. That's what I'm gonna say. That middle school, man. That's what really started, man. Them Decatur Family Skate Club Tyler days. That's that real sick shit.
What type of street activity did you personally get into?
I don't even know. I did some things.
You did?
Yeah, I did some things, man. You know, real gangsters don't speak.
Now, back then, it may have sounded like some influence there. Was there ever peer pressure? Was it?
Nah, it wasn't no peer pressure. It was just I had to do what I had to do. I'm tired of seeing my mama struggle. You feel me, bro? Like, rent coming up short, ends barely meeting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you're a black man out here, no father figure, really no guidance, bro. You gonna do what you gotta do to help mom do. That's your queen.
Did she ask you to help out?
Hell no. She used to try to, you know what I mean, make sure or made it seem like everything was good, but I knew it wasn't. I used to see her stress, so, you know, I tried to do what I could, you know what I'm saying, help out.
Could you have gotten a job back then?
Nah, I tried. I started out wanting to work early, like 10, 11 years old. I had a job, this when we stayed on the south side, so I had a job, like, cleaning up, like, storage, you know what I'm saying, storage units and shit. They used to pay us, like, $25, $30 in, you know what I'm saying? But they started early, bro. I wanted money early. Like, I remember Mom Deuce used to get income tax. Every year she got income tax, she'd give us $100. Man, that shit used to turn me up so much, man. Like, bro, I got $100. I can do whatever I want with this shit, man. Hell yeah. Ever since then, I was like, yeah, I want to give me some money. So I started wanting a job early. And it's crazy because when I got in the job field, I'm like, man, fuck a job, man. Like, shit, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? But other talents and dreams came in, you know, during those years. So they kind of what made me have that mindset about jobs. But ain't nothing wrong with having no job, bro. Got a job. I got a job right now. Shit.
Back then, when you said things came with the job that you was like F a job or something like that.
Nah, ain't really nothing come with a job. I just seen like what jobs kind of, you know what I'm saying, have what kind of effect a job has on a black man.
Explain.
Like a black man, you know, you kind of get, you know, degraded, you know what I mean? Like they treat you like nothing, you know what I'm saying? I really look at it as modern slavery, like straight up, bro. Like that's just how I feel about a job. I be going to work, man. It's just I feel like I can't be myself, and if I do be myself, I'm gonna get fired. So when I get fired, I'm gonna have to go back to what I used to do, what I ain't trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Just to get or make ends meet, man. It's just, man, I feel like it's modern day slavery, man. I feel like I got them shackles on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hopping out that boat. All that, like, bro, it just, I don't know, man, but that's just my mindset.
Now, on the street activity side of things, when you did dabble in that, looking back, obviously that's a risky path.
Yeah, it is.
There's consequences that can come from that. There's stress that can come from that. There's that looking over your shoulder feeling that can come from that. It can get worse with violence. It can get worse with some sort of incarceration, be it jail or prison, and worst case scenario, even death.
Right.
Now, did you know these type of things when you first got into it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, after a certain period of time, I mean, I wasn't just like heavily involved, but I had a lot of dudes that was like partners that was around, and they just like the dumb way, like out here. No mama, no daddy. Mama gone. Pops dead. Pops ain't around. They out here. So I learned from them boys. You know what I'm saying? I seen like a lot of them dudes just getting out from sentences they did when we was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned from people, and then I had to sit down with myself. Like it's crazy. That story kind of, you know, it's a lot with that story, man. That shit crazy, man. But hey, man, if you ain't got to, don't do it. If you know you ain't about that life, you know you ain't about that life, bro. Don't get involved, man, because it get deep. Like, it get deep. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, just sit down with yourself, evaluate things, you know what I'm saying? Cut out some people, you know, get you a focus.
Did you hide this from your mom?
She ain't know. Mom Deuce ain't know. Mom Deuce ain't know nothing. That was the thing, man. I was like, I say it in my song, I was like a smooth criminal, man. I was a smooth criminal, you know what I mean? But what I can say is I never got arrested, never was locked up from the things I did, and I never got in too deep. Like, I was always smart. I always thought about the situations I was in. So I never got in too deep with these things, man. But as I got older, the risks that I took, they got worse and worse. Like, it was crazy. Like, when I was in middle school and high school, I was just observing, learning the game. I was studying it, you know what I'm saying, seeing what was what, seeing what I wanted to do. And when the opportunity came, shit, we struck.
Now, you were 1 foot in school, 1 foot in some sort of street activity
Right.
at the time.
Yeah, you said that.
Was there ever a point where you were like, because you said you didn't go into it too hard,
Nah.
but was there ever a point where you said, you know what, I'm going to quit school. I'm going to go with the street stuff.
My mama, man, Mom Deuce wasn't going for that. She like, bro, look, I don't care what you do. You going to school. Even though I ain't graduate, Mom Deuce was like, bro, you going to school. I don't give a damn what you do. You getting up out of here. Straight up. Like, so I ain't had no choice but to go to school. Plus, school was fun. Like, my school was hood as hell, man. Like, that shit was fun. Outside of the work, man, school was lit. I love going to school.
You didn't graduate.
Nah, I ain't graduate.
Explain.
It's tricky, man. I was about to graduate, and the school I was at was like, we don't want returning seniors and shit. So I tried to go to McNow. McNow was like, man, hell no. I guess they seen something in me, bro. I thought they were gonna, they thought I was gonna cut up or something. So they was like, man, hell no. So what they made me do was take online classes. And I told these folks, bro, when they sat me down in the office, I'm like, bro, I am not good with online classes, bro. I told these folks that, and they still gonna make me take the online class. So my partner Lowe was going to Georgia Perimeter, and I get up like 8 o'clock, try to do my online classes, but I focus on the music, so I get sidetracked and shit, start watching videos and interviews or whatever. And then my boy Lord called like 11 o'clock, like, bro, come pick me up from school. So once he called, it was over with.
Now, you mentioned you were almost done graduating, and then you said something about they don't want returning seniors.
Yeah, I was short. I was short like 2-3 credits. You know what I'm saying? It was something really simple, bro. But man, now said they ain't want. I forgot what they told me. They said something about they ain't want like returning seniors or people who had to like redo credits or whatever coming to the school because they felt like you'll be a bad influence or something. I don't know, bro. I can't really explain it, but they made me do the online classes. That shit ain't working. I was just pretty much like, man, whatever.
So, to this day, have you ever completed a GED and finished?
Nah, I be thinking about it. I think I'm gonna go and do it because I ain't no dumbass nigga. Like, I know I can finish school, go to college, do all that, but me and work, like doing work, man, that shit. And plus on top of that, it's like the stuff they teach you in school, it's like, bro, what am I gonna do with this in life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. So.
You did mention that you do currently have a job.
Yeah.
You were able to get that without having a high school diploma?
You say that.
Okay.
You say that.
Okay. Just curious, how easy or hard is it to get a job without a diploma?
Man, I mean, you know, hey, if you know how to handle your business, you can do anything. You can do anything. You know how to handle your business. You know how to talk to people. I feel like.
Now, what kind of kid were you in class? How would you describe yourself?
It depends, man. Some days I be quiet, some days I be lit. It depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how I feel that day. It depends on the mood of the class, you know what I mean?
But overall, generally speaking, what type of kid were you? Just overall broad sense of description.
I was a cool guy in school, man. I was a real cool guy, man. Like, I ain't really stir up a whole bunch of nothing. Everybody knew me, so I ain't really have to do a whole bunch of nothing, but I was a cool kid, man.
You were doing music in school?
Oh, yeah. High school. High school. No, matter of fact, my whole school career I did music. I was in the band. I ain't scared to say it, nigga. I was in the band, nigga. T-shirt plug.
What did you play?
Everything. Except for the flute and the clarinet and shit. I wish I learned how to play that saxophone, cause that saxophone, you know what I mean? My boy Jared, my big bro Jared, man, that nigga can play the hell out of saxophone, Smallz. Like, Holmes was like, man, bro was the truth.
So you did band in middle school and high school?
Middle school, I got kicked out in high school. Out
man. Of band?
Yeah, out of band.
Oh, well, for what?
They just seen the way I was, you know. They just seen the way things was going. They was like, man, this ain't working. Plus, on top of that, they kicked me out. I came back. I did a jamboree, and like all my big brothers and shit, they was gone. So I was like, bro, this shit ain't even fun no more. Ain't the same. So I was like, man, I was done with band.
You were rapping though.
Nah, I wasn't rapping then.
You weren't rapping then?
Nah, I wasn't rapping
Okay,
then.
you were just into music.
Yeah, I was just into music.
All right, so what about participating in talent shows? Did you ever do that?
Man, we had a man, let me tell you, man. Man, so this when I knew, like, okay, we had something. So it was like 11th, 12th grade. Man, we did this talent show. I went to Columbia High School in Decatur, Georgia. So we did this talent show, man. B.o.b was there. It was a couple more folks there too. We networked with and politic with or whatever. So we did the talent show, man, and like they had like what you call it, like not an auction, but like it wasn't no raffle. It was like you get your people and they vote for you and shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they voted for everybody and shit who was you know what I'm saying, qualifying for the positions or whatever. So my boy Jock Beats, shout out to Jock, you know what I'm saying? Whole no genre game. My boy Jock Beats won the showcase. But since we had so much buzz, they brought us in the talent show as special guests. So after everybody got done doing their thing, they brought us out. And man, when we hit that stage, man, when I tell you these folks went crazy for us, like, man, I'm still trying to find footage from the talent show. Like, this shit was crazy. Like, I remember to this day, man, like, that shit was crazy, man. That's how I knew we had something. Like, my team who I was with, you know what I'm saying, at the time, man, we had something because, like, that love we got from the folks, man, and that crowd, man, was crazy.
You never played sports?
I played basketball. I played football, too. I played football for the summer. And then my grade, like I told you from the beginning, my grade, me and work ain't get along. So my grades and shit wasn't adding up. And coach never was like, bro, you ain't eligible. But they wanted me to play. Like, every time I seen coach in the hallway, he'd be like, man, damn, man, I wish you could play for me, bro. Like, man, I really need you out there, man. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't worked out, man.
Are we talking middle or high school?
High school. Middle school, I ain't play football. I ain't do nothing middle school. Middle school, we was sorry. But knowing what I know now, I should have played because it could have, you know, elevated you to the next level, you know, got in that door.
Now, you didn't graduate high school. Somebody watching this, anything you would say to that person that may be short credits like you were, or to avoid getting short credits like
Handle your business, man. Handle your business. Like, do what you got to do, man. Education is key, man. Like, it's more important than everything, man. You know what I'm saying? A brain is that fried egg you might need, for real.
How is a person short credits in the first place?
Pretty much.
Failing a class or something of that nature?
Man, hanging with guys like this dude, we skipping school every day. Doing what we want to do, man. I laugh at it now looking back, but we could have all did it more differently. But I just, like I said, I wasn't going to school. Me and work ain't get along. I ain't really like doing work. Like, I ain't like that shit. But I was smart as hell, and all my teachers would say that, like, man, you smart, you just be bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you regret that?
What, not doing work?
Not finishing and getting the diploma, not being short those credits?
Kinda, not really though, cause I ain't stupid. I still learn, even without that diploma and without whatever, I still learn. I read books and everything, bro. All that.
Hindsight 2020, would you have done anything different?
Hell yeah, I would have did my work. Got up out of there, man. I'm gonna go back though. I'm gonna take care of all that. I'm gonna get all that, you know what I'm saying, done.
So after you decide not to do the online classes and you brush it off.
It wasn't even that I wasn't doing the online classes. It's like I would try, and then I get sidetracked. I probably start writing music, listen to beats.
Okay.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like focusing on my passion. I was like, man, this shit really ain't important, which it wasn't, because like what I was learning in school wasn't gonna, you know, really do too much. But I mean, I don't know, bro.
So at what point in your life then did your music career start to become, and you take it serious?
Like when I was like 16. But I wasn't taking it serious. I was just doing it like for fun. I knew I had something. So
when did it go from fun to being serious?
Recently, once I got out of being in all the groups and being amongst these influences that I was around, became a solo artist, that's when I got serious. I'm like, bro, it's on me now. The ball in your court, you got to make it happen.
So how many years after you should have graduated high school would you say came to the point where you took it serious as a solo career?
As a solo career, I started like, this just recently happened.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like recently happened as a solo career, but it I don't know, a couple years.
You were part of groups before?
Yeah.
Why not part of a group now?
Because you know how you be around people and everybody ain't got the same vision as you. That's pretty much what happened. I seen that, and plus a lot of engineers, a lot of producers like, bro, you should do this on your own. You should do your own thing. And I started listening. That's what I did. I started doing my own thing, and it's been paying off.
How many groups were you in before?
Let's see, Futuristic B.o.b gang, Young Scholars, the Jetsons, probably about 3 or 4. Wasn't too many.
Why so many? Well, you say it wasn't too many. 3 or 4 is a lot to me.
That's too many.
Why so many groups? Why didn't you do the solo thing after group 1 failed, group 2 failed, group 3
because I
failed?
felt like it'd be better taking on this journey with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't had the same vision and the same drive and the same, you know what I'm saying, inspiration and motivation as me. So I ain't gonna really say they ain't had the same, but it's like once life started, you know, going this way and things started happening, people got discouraged and, you know, shit started happening. And I was just like, bro, I'm not going to give up on this shit. I got something.
Are you on bad terms with these various group members?
No, I'm cool with everybody.
No beefs with any of them?
Nope.
And were you kicked out of any of these groups, or you decided to leave?
Come on, man. I decided to leave, man. Now, my last group...
Well, you were kicked out of band.
I was kicked out of band. No. I was kicked out of band. Let me tell you what happened with band, Smile. I was kicked out of band, and then that was like, bro, you can come back. Like, I was a beast in the band, dog. Like, I was the truth. Like, musically, anything dealing with music, I'm there. The band, they kicked me out because my grades and my behavior. It ain't had nothing to do with my talent.
Okay.
So once they kicked me out, they like, bro, I'm going to give you another chance. But when I came back, I'm like, man, I don't need, you know what I'm saying? Plus, before I got kicked out, I was already like, man, whatever, this shit lame.
And as far as the rap groups, you took yourself out of the equation?
Pretty much, or they just deteriorated. You know, they just, people in their separate ways, you know.
Mm.
But one group I did like, I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? I just seen the way things was heading. I'm like, bro, I'm cool on that. So, yep.